Welcome to this week's edition of EBC Sports International. Here are this week's stories. Chicago hosts the NBA AllStar Weekend. We check out the Philippines' Kai Soto at an NBA AllStar Weekend camp. We take you to Vegas for Wilder vs. Fury 2, Unfinished Business. The Seattle Dragons take CenturyLink Field in their XFL home opener. And finally, Vegas Golden Knights host the Tampa Bay Lightning. Hey everybody, I'm Michael Hudson coming to you from Seattle, Washington. Thanks for tuning in. The last year Chicago hosted the NBA All-Star Game was in 1988. This year, the 2020 NBA All-Star events returned to the Windy City. With numerous events throughout Chicago, the NBA created many opportunities for fans of the sport to enjoy the entire All-Star Weekend. Here's Aljamin Santos with the details.
Every year, the NBA travels and selects a city to host its All-Star Weekend, and after 32 years, the league returns to the home of the six-time world champions, Chicago Bulls. From the Navy Pier, the Wintrust Arena, Quest Multisport, various pop-ups throughout the city, and of course, the famous United Center. The game of basketball transcends beyond any man-made lines, which was witnessed through the event Basketball Beyond Borders at the Quest Multisport in partnership with the NBA and FIBA. The three-day camp featured participants from all over the world who learned from coaches, NBA stars, legends, and from each other. The camp culminated with awards for the best players and teams for the weekend.
It just proves that the game, it's expanding all over the world. If you would think 15 years ago, if you think Africa, you would think soccer. You would think about other countries, you would think soccer. Now, you play basketball everywhere in the world. I think there's kids representing every part of the world in this camp. So just the game globally growing, and overall I think the skill level is getting better every year that I see kids coming out.
You mentioned my responsibilities, especially like I said where I came from, my journey so far, and it's a lot of people back home that are looking up to us, and it's our duty to pave the way for them to guide them, and for me it's a great way to do it.
Over to the NBA Cares program at the Greater Chicago Food Depository, NBA players and legends help city locals package healthy food to provide to families throughout Chicago.
Giving back is always very important. It's part of our DNA. To me, coming out from the place where I come from with nothing, growing up in poverty, I believe that you are not who you are if there was no people up there in the community who are spending their time watching you and cheering for you. So by you coming up in a place like this in Chicago, knowing that there's a people in need in the city of Chicago and outside Chicago, it's very important.
We have to give back. People in the world, we have to give back. For us who have more and for those who don't have more, it's easy to come in here and volunteer your time and help and give back. It's a great deed. It make you feel good.
The NBA All-Star Celebrity Game was all fun and games where the team of ESPN journalist and Chicago native Mike Wilbon defeated the team of fellow colleague Stephen A. Smith 62-47. The locals shared what this kind of atmosphere brings and does not bring to the city of Chicago and its community.
It basically brings us together because we know, we all have to meet up. It ain't about color, race. It's just about a good time, about entertainment. And so many of our people that we followed since they was young, they're in the NBA. So it's like Chicago basketball players. So that's one thing Chicagoans do. We come together and watch basketball. So that's one thing the NBA do, bring us together.
It's just an opportunity to allow the youth to strive to be higher and greater in everything they do. The NBA, to a lot of kids, at the top, there's some things you have to do before you get to the NBA, so it allows them to achieve those goals and build with those bricks to get to those different levels.
It's great. I remember the last time the NBA was here, and it was like, it was fantastic. So it just brings back all those memories of back when Michael Jordan was playing. So it's great.
What I love about NBA Cares is that it spans all cultures. So I think it really focuses on not only the Latino, but the African Americans, all nationalities. I think NBA Care does a great job of showcasing all of their efforts for the youth, for the underprivileged. So I just think it's a really great program.
I'm not sure if the economic success that this event is having is actually gonna filter into the community. And I think that's the problem. I think that we have a systematic system that is setting the children up to fail. The NBA gives them hope and something to aspire for. But can the NBA do something other than teach them how to play basketball? Because if a man knows how to read and he knows how to count, he can do anything. So you ask me, what has it done for our community? It's brought people out. It's brought businesses to create in the city just for AllStar, because we're talking about millions on millions of dollars coming in. But will our community see it? I hope so, but I don't think so.
Well, as a native Chicagoan and my organization, Ex-Cons for Community and Social Change, ECCSC, I haven't seen the impact, not even from the Chicago Bulls here in Chicago. So when you say, you talk about food depository, we're in a city with one of the highest crime rate in the country. So when you speak on what impact does the NBA or the All-Star game, I'm expecting that at least 10% to 15% of the gross profits should go back in the surrounding area. Many people make money off this entity, but it never trickles down into the communities that actually need the service, that's disenfranchised from this experience. There's no impact. I don't see it. I don't believe it. And as long as the NBA, even when Jordan was present and Chicago Bulls was at its heyday, the Chicago Bulls or the United Center, that surrounding area, all I saw was gentrification, never real social change and opportunities that the NBA has created for these neighborhoods.
America and the world unite. The Rising Stars game put on a display of skills that was fun for all to enjoy and show that differences can be appreciated. The skills challenge, three-point contest, and slam dunk contest wowed everyone in attendance, showcasing the talents of the NBA players in entertaining fashion.
Congratulations, Derek. Algernon Santos with Eagle News. I wanted to ask you what was the inspiration, because it was very similar to how Aaron Gordon felt to Zach LaVine last time. So was that the inspiration? Was that the key to taking him down?
Nah, I mean, my inspiration was this trophy. I was trying to get this trophy and bring this back home to Miami with me. That's all I wanted. I wasn't worried about who was in front of me, who had to go behind me, go before me. And all I was worried about was this trophy right here.
The weekend festivities culminated with two heartwarming tributes to the late NBA Commissioner David Stern and 18-time All-Star Kobe Bryant from Los Angeles Lakers legend Magic Johnson. Jennifer Hudson serenaded a heartfelt song dedicated to the families in mourning, relaying an inspirational message on their impact that transcends beyond basketball. Adding to the tribute, Team LeBron and Team Giannis sported out the jersey numbers of Bryant's 24 and daughter Gianna's 2 in their honor. NBA Commissioner Adam Silver announced the renaming of the All-Star MVP Award as the Kobe Bryant MVP Award, which is awarded to Los Angeles Clippers forward Kawhi Leonard. As another year of the NBA All-Star Weekend comes to a close, let's take the lessons we can learn from this weekend. Take what we can learn from others before us, allow it to enhance one another and for the generations to come. You don't have to be an NBA player to help the less fortunate in our cities, but simply our time and attention. If we can unite through a sport, we can unite through the uniqueness of one another. And as the late Kobe Bryant said, we must figure out how our story can impact others and motivate each other in a way to create our own greatness. Mamba forever. From the 2020 NBA All-Star Game in Chicago, Illinois, Algernon Santos, Eagle News, always one with 25.
Established in 2001 by the NBA and FIBA, Basketball Without Borders is an instructional camp geared towards youth basketball development. We stay with Ajamin on the story.
Basketball Without Borders has been a chapter of the NBA's efforts in uniting the world through the sport. And for many of today's NBA stars, basketball has helped them better more than just their own lives, but also for the people they love. Philippines young prodigy Kai Soto was selected to take part in the NBA AllStar Weekend in Chicago, Illinois. Standing at 7'2", Kai exhibits more than just his post game, but also displays ball handling, shooting, and court vision. What goes through the mind of a 17-year-old from a small country like the Philippines when a great opportunity arises? What would you say inspires you to get up and start training?
It starts off with my family, my dad, because my dad sacrificed everything. He actually coached 2 teams in the Philippines, but he sacrificed that to help me reach my goal and my dream. So I just wake up every morning thinking of my dad, my mom, and 2 of my younger siblings. All of them transferred with me here in America, so I think that's more than enough inspiration for me. And second thing, I still have a big family in my country, and I still have a lot of Filipinos that believe in me. So, yeah. Right now, I really watch a lot of Nikola Jokic, Anthony Davis, Kristaps Porzingis, those guys. I'm just trying to learn from all of the players in the NBA and just trying my best to mix it into one.
Anything else you want to say to some of the Filipinos that have been supporting you?
I just want to thank every single Filipino that's been supporting me, and I won't let you down. I promise you, I'll always try my best. And I love you all.
What are your thoughts and your emotions going on right now from you this weekend?
Maganda. It's been great for us as a family, especially for me as a father, na nakikita ko si Kai na nag-enjoy. Kasi importante para sa akin na nag-enjoy sa mga ginagawa niya. So magandang platform to, itong BWB para sa kanya, para ma-showcase niya yung talent na binigay sa kanya ng Panginoon. Mapakita niya na kaya niya maglaro dito, ma-showcase niya, and magkaroon siya ng madaming kaibigan sa iba't pang lugar ng mundo. Saka naisip ko na medyo maganda yung mga challenge na competition na nangyayari dito. May mga kalaban siya na mga halos kasi laki niya, mas malalakas sa kanya, mas athletic. So maganda para sa development niya. Hopes and dreams, siguro sa akin, makita ko siya dun sa stage na nagko-compete siya and then nag-enjoy siya. Yun sa akin, ganun yung Kasi pag nakikita ko masaya siya, masaya na rin ako eh. Parang alam mo yan. Tapos nakikita ko siya na nasi-challenge siya. Gusto ko rin yun kasi alam ko na meron pa siyang i-improve. So yung dream ko talaga, kahit dati pa, sabi ko sa kanya na gusto ko magkaroon sa NBA. So syempre, hindi tayo pinahalad. Pero sabi nga siguro, sinabi sa akin ng Panginoon na nire-ready lang kita kasi mayroong mas magandang opportunity para sa iyo, which is kayong nakikita ko na pwedeng may chance na mag-NBA. So sabi ko kay Guy na hindi madali, mahirap talaga, pero hindi imposible, lalo pag kasama mo yung Panginoon sa lahat ng journey mo. So sana magdire-diretso lang yung development niya, yung mga challenges, practices and everything. Ready naman siya, committed siya, dedicated siya.
The game of basketball continues to grow beyond the borders of countries through events held, and even more so with appearances and support from former and current basketball stars in today's NBA. The future looks very bright for the league, with young talent developing, but also for the youth who will take home what they've learned and how they will be able to support themselves and their loved ones. From the Quest Multisport in Chicago, Illinois, Aljamain Santos, Eagle News, always one with 25.
Thanks, Ajamin. It's great to see someone as young as Kai striving for the dreams. We're rooting for you, buddy. When we return, we take you to Vegas for Wilder vs. Fury 2 Unfinished Business. The Seattle Dragons take CenturyLink Field in their XFL home opener. finally, Vegas Golden Knights host the Tampa Bay Lightning. We'll be right back in just a moment. Hey everybody, welcome back to EBC Sports International. I'm Michael Hudson, broadcasting from the Emerald City, Seattle, Washington. Thanks for staying with us. Officially announced on December 27, 2019, the rematch between Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury is finally here. Will the Bronze Bomber drop Fury again, and this time for good? Or does the Gypsy King befuddle Wilder with his movement and precision blows? Aljamain Santos in Las Vegas with the highlights of part 2 in this epic match.
Las Vegas is well known to be the fight capital of the world, and the world seemed to be present during the second meeting of Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury. Both fighters came into the fight undefeated, and an unsettled question of who was the true winner of their first matchup. The entrance set the tone for the most anticipated heavyweight fight this year so far, with nothing short of theatrical from both fighters. Tyson Fury dominated over Deontay Wilder in the 7-round bout. The fight took a turn in favor for Fury after landing a damaging right to Wilder's left ear. A wounded Wilder seemed to never find his balance throughout the fight, and Fury continued the heavy-handed onslaught, resulting in a corner stoppage from Wilder's team. Bob Arum, founder and CEO of Top Rank, shared the insight on Fury's strategy.
Because when he told me what his game plan was, I told him that's the absolute best game plan. You don't fight a puncher dancing away and boxing him for 12 rounds. Because if you do it, you're playing with fire, and at any time you can get hit by the puncher's best punch, and that's lights out. What you gotta do is jump on the puncher, tire him out, take him into waters where he's tired, try to knock him out, and if you can't, he won't be able to hurt you in the later rounds.
Well, I'm the head coach of the team, but we do things a little bit differently. 99% of the time, the head coach of the team is also the guy that's the lead in the corner. Ours is a little bit more like a football team, American football, where the head coach doesn't necessarily call the plays. You have an offensive and defensive coordinator. So ours is a little bit like that. So what happened between rounds was Mark said something about possibly during the round, Mark said something about throwing the towel in, and I told him, don't do that. I didn't think he should do that. And then the fight went a little bit longer, and then I saw the towel go in. So I haven't talked to Mark about it, but we'll talk about it and figure out what exactly happened there.
You know, everybody knows I'm a master slick boxer and I can jab and move around the ring for 12 rounds. But that didn't work last time. I got a draw. Like I said, a draw is a failure to me because all I do is win, win, win. This time I wanted the knockout, and I think the only way I could guarantee that I was going to get a win was the knockout. So when me and Sugar Hill spoke, he told me that I would knock him out, and I believed in what he said. And also Andy Lee here, he told me that we'd knock him out as well. We worked to a game plan in the gym, and we put it into practice in the ring. I felt like Deontay's jab had improved, and he did take his time more like he said he did. It's like he said he would. And he was using his jab quite well, actually. I was very impressed with his double jab that he was using, and credit to his team for playing that in this fight, because when you've got two giant guys, I think the jab is very important. It sets everything up. I thought he was definitely an improved fighter to what I thought before.
The world came into the fight divided by their support for each fighter, but the bigger question was answered by a TKO victory for Tyson Fury over Deontay Wilder to become the WBO heavyweight champion. Will there be a rematch coming? Will Deontay come back to see Tyson in the ring? We will have to wait and see. From the MGM Grand Garden Arena in Las Vegas, Nevada, Aljamain Santos, Eagle News, 1/25.
Man, Aljamain is just on fire with these great stories. Thanks again, my man. While the Super Bowl is already 2 weeks removed, it doesn't mean football is over. The XFL is a brand new league that is receiving rave reviews. I was there for the Seattle Dragons home opener. Here's a report.
How you doing, everybody? Michael with Eagle Sports here. I'm here in Seattle, Washington at CenturyLink Field. And no, we're not here for a Seattle Seahawks game, but we're here for the home opener for the XFL between the Seattle Dragons and the Tampa Bay Vipers. Let's go check out the action. On one of the most special days in professional sports history, the football enthusiasts and the curious alike came out to witness the XFL Seattle Dragons kick off their inaugural season with a 17-9 grinded-out home win against the newly anointed 0-2 Tampa Bay Vipers. Before an XFL record 29,172 people in attendance, Seattle persevered on both sides of the ball to send the Vipers home with their second loss of the season.
I feel like we really performed on coming together and just not turning aside from our belief system of what we believe in, and it was really true between that coming in at halftime and having no points, and the defense really doing a great job. I mean, all day, and maybe they could have got off the field a little bit more in that last drive, but it's hard when you're trying to just make that team go a long field.
What also helped bring victory to the Dragon locker room was Seahawk legend wide receiver Steve Largent, who bore the Dragon torch and ignited the special cauldron that was announced to be a Dragon's pregame ritual throughout the season.
But we had some resilience there, and I think that really showed the fans, showed their teammates that they were not going to give up. So I was really pleased that they came back out and stayed together. We did not change the game plan. We stayed with it, and we started putting points on the board.
Reynolds led the Dragons' offensive charge with 3 receptions for 87 yards and a touchdown, while starting linebacker Steven Johnson spearheaded the defense with 9 tackles. Reporting from Seattle, Washington, I'm Michael Hudson, and I'm 1 with 25. From C-Town, we head over to Las Vegas, where Brian Sanson has the latest NHL action from the Golden Knights. Take it away, boss.
One winning streak continues and another winning streak is broken as the Vegas Golden Knights snap the Tampa Bay Lightning's 11-game winning streak with a dominant 5-2 victory. VGK's newest member, defenseman Alec Martinez, scored a goal in the first period. VGK goalie Marc-Andre Fleury had 24 saves, and the Vegas Golden Knights are now on a 4-game winning streak. Let's dive into the ice. We had ourselves a game when the Vegas Golden Knights hosted the Tampa Bay Lightning at the Fortress. Tampa Bay activated their newest member, center Blake Coleman, who was traded from the New Jersey Devils for a first-round pick and prospect. Coleman had 4 hits, 3 takeaways, and 1 penalty. VGK started their newest trade acquisition in defenseman Alec Martinez, who was traded from the LA Kings for 2 second-round picks. Martinez had a team-high plus-minus of 3, scoring 1 goal in the first period, tallying 4 block shots, 1 hit, and 1 takeaway. Martinez speaks to us about his first game with the Golden Knights.
It's pretty incredible to be able to play with a hockey club of this caliber, and I kept on saying on the bench, this is a fun group to play with. Especially those forwards. They got a lot of talent up front. Certainly better in their hands than mine. So I'm just trying to get it up to them. And I said it, like I said, a couple times on the bench, but I looked at the guys and I'm like, man, these guys are good.
VGK center Mark Stone speaks about how the Vegas Golden Knights are playing as the regular season draws closer to the playoffs.
We're excited with what we're doing, and always room to improve. But overall, I think we're playing well defensively with breakdowns when they happen. Our goaltender is playing very well, and penalty kill wasn't great tonight, but got a couple big kills for us when we needed it. So overall, still some adjustments we need to make, but we like the direction that our team's heading.
VGK head coach Peter DeBoer gives praise to new defenseman Alec Martinez and what he brings when Martinez is on the ice.
You can see how smart he is, how composed he is, and he made a couple reads in that game where you can tell he's a veteran presence back there. A young defenseman might have run out of position to chase a situation, and he kind of held and recognized and waited. And then when he needed to be aggressive, he was aggressive. He blocked shots. I think he came exactly as advertised, and it's exactly what we need.
Want to see more NHL highlights just like this? Subscribe to EBC Sports International on YouTube and leave a like and comment below. Make sure to turn on notifications and tap on that bell so you're always up to date with the latest sports news. Thanks for watching. Coming from the T-Mobile Arena, Brian Sanson, Eagle News, 1 with 25.
Thanks, Brian. And thank you for joining us in this week's edition of EBC Sports International. Be sure to join us for the next episode. Make sure to visit our websites at eaglenews.net and eagleNewsLive.com. Make sure you like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter at twitter.com/EagleNewsPH. Thanks for watching. I'm Michael Hudson, and I'm 1